Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have a wonderful NA regular skirmish event for you. Our first map is downtown. You're seeing the overview of that map right now. It's a very small map compared to our second map, which is Boulevard Heights Redoubt, which is a very big and open map. It should be very fun to watch both of these teams play on two very different maps. Our teams for tonight on the Union, we have the IVB, the 20th New York, the 20th Maine, 1st Virginia, and 7th Virginia. Whereas on the Confederacy, we have Sussy Brigade, which consists of 1st Maryland, 5th Florida, and 5th NC. Hope you guys enjoy the match. Here we go. Hello everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today, your team for this NA event is myself as Guardian Eagle with that one, Sevi. Announcing, and we have a special guest announcer, CMurphy from the 5th North Carolina. How's everyone doing tonight?
Dude, I'm doing great. I haven't seen very many normal skirmish events for a long time, so I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm doing well. And same.
Sweet. So yeah, our first map here is downtown. What do you guys think the strategies will be? I haven't seen this map played in a while, so it'll be very fun to watch.
Well, it looks like the rebels are bum rushing. And yeah, usually the Yankees get a nice chance to hold that Stonewall, but they're currently reloading. The rebels are gonna get the Stonewall before them. So I think all the strategies out the window right now. It's gonna be a free for all. The Yankees do have reloads here with partially buck and ball, but not nearly enough buck and ball. They have taken well control of the Stonewall in the first time. I know we were trying to do a little organization there. This is a tiny map, and the rebels bum rushed.
I've never seen the Confederates bomb rush this before.
One time, the one time I ever led this as a rebel, that was our strategy, and we won in the first like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, Union's got no really great position. That Stonewall is great, and they just lost it.
That's why whenever we play, we usually say bayonets only to the Stonewall and then reload. Was this your whole plan the whole time, CMurphy?
Yes.
Well, it was a brilliant plan.
Yeah, it was, you give it the try.
Well, except now the rebel flags are both dead. The Yankees have cleared the thing. Actually, Jeff Davis just got murdered. Nope. They have a Stonewall now. Yankees won the Stonewall. Rebel flags strewn on the ground. Yankees now have their normal positions, which I was about to say that I think they were going to hold positions just like looking this, and now they have. Look at that. They just shot a friendly.
I think if the Rebs do the same thing right now,
over and over,
to break them. They
I agree.
To break them. They need to do it though.
Yeah, they didn't really fully commit there. I think they sent a couple men in the wrong direction. I heard Zapstar. I love hearing him. Maybe he'll just like yell at the Yankees and they'll give up because his voice can do that to people. How are you an officer? Says he.
Okay.
Scott's has Lamette, and so does Zapstar. Lamette's supremacy over here. Oh my gosh. Ooh. That is the point off for you, Mr. Duckberry, only having I think that's a Cold Army. Although I guess it is the first one.
He's a good guy.
You need to tell him about the Lamette, man.
I do. He probably doesn't
Zoo has him too.
to be honest.
3 of the 4 officers have Lamattes. Hell yeah. Yeah, just tell him about it. You know what? I think I'll have a better chance if they all Lamattes. Just because of him, that was 25% of their combat effectiveness gone.
Man, so they decided to get reloads this time, the Confederacy, and I bet you that unit is reinforced on the wall.
Yeah, well, they don't have all their eggs in one basket up here, and they don't have a flag bearer either. They're the Union. The Confederate flags are both down, but the Union flag is staying behind there. The Union have some men coming up in reinforcements, so from spawn. They don't have a large force. It's only the IVB up here and a couple men from other regiments holding the Stonewall.
Advancing right now from their spawn.
We can see from this view. Yeah, we can see from this view that they have that one road they spawn in. They got to march down it and then make their decision right about there. Looks like their majority of them are going to the right again, the Confederate right that is, back to the Stonewall. Again, as long as the Yankees hold that Stonewall, it's very easy for them to hold the rest of this map.
There's going to be a huge charge from the Confederates.
Oh my god, they're gonna bait the shots. They only got 2 shots. Oh, the rest of their shots. IVB, all of your shots from 2 people. Christ almighty. That was not very good fire discipline at all. Oh, are they going they're going the other way?
He's going to go around. Okay.
He said going around. I don't know exactly what around means. We can see the Union officer northward there knowing exactly where they are now. They're going this direction. I think that means around means left. Around means left. They're going to the Union right flank to the left. They go on a giant wall of all these regiments here. Oh, they're shooting way too early. Everybody's shooting way too early here on the Yankee team. Buckenball not having as large an effect as it could. They're running right into a bayonet wall, but they might be able to get right across into this open area. Again, if they get into this open area where the Yankees can't get, they can get a flag bearer. However, it'd be much better for them if they just killed the main Yankee group over here. Let's see how well the rebels are doing over here. It looks like the rebels killed the majority of them. Yankees bring them down to engaged before the Confederates bring the Union down to engaged. Very impressive on the Union side there.
Surprising. Considering they just bum rushed into them, it's not that surprising.
Yeah. But you know the Unions don't have that many tickets here. Fergie and Mr. George killing out the last rebel. Nice job, guys, not dying out of line. But get back in line for fuck's sake, right? Oh, we got a musician. And the rest of the rebels, again, like I said, they were able to get over here. Do they have any flag bearers over here? Ooh, they're caught in a hard place here. Oh, that Yankee almost died there. Mr. Zalsor does not know that his rear is to the rebels. Invictus just got a nice out of line on him. They should really not be going out of line to kill these guys. They should be going in formations. Again, if they get a flag bearer over there, it's really easy to respawn. But now they're just harassing the Union team. If the rebels just bayonet and run, they'd be able to win. But it looks like they're going to get more reloads. The Union spawn is over there, and it looks like they are bayoneting and sprinting. Or at least reloading and sprinting. Or something and sprinting. Now they're holding. They're going really, really slow. This is not what you don't want to see. You do not want to see a line being formed at main. That's horrible. You need to be sprinting up here. If they lose this position, like really quick, the Confederates are now marching. They're even closer than the Unions are at their own spawn. The Union are taking their sweet time, forming a nice line over there in the middle of the road for no reason. So we can see over here that the AP is pushing forward. Not really. No, they're retreating. They're giving the point to the rebels. It looks like. Jesus Christ, what are they doing here? We can see the only people surviving up here and holding in a nice formation. The 20th New York over there and the IVB over here.
Another big rebel force coming out of spawn. We'll see if they actually push the stone wall this time.
The more time they give to the Yankees. These Yankees are okay. Now they're coming up really belated there. The rebels had a nice opportunity to charge, but they didn't really know that. But if they charged there, they would have had they would have caught the Yankees with their pants down. Because what regiment is this? The first VA would not have been in position to do anything against them. That is why
we're about to full stand left side again.
Artillery hit, killing 2 or 3 people. Not really doing much though. Again, how many men are in artillery? I wonder. Only 4. Okay. Wait. No. Yeah. Okay. Rebels engaging a small firefight there just to bait out the Yankees. The Yankees do not have any men over here. Jesus Christ. Buckenball killing only a couple people there, and now they're just completely overwhelmed. The entire rebel force now peeling out into this field against the 20th New York and the 20th Maine. 5th Florida and the 1st Maryland completely engaging alongside the 5th North Carolina. The entire rebel team. Over here on the stone wall, the IVB is about faced and formed a wheel. They are now shooting all the shots in. I think they're charging. Now they're charging in, sounds like. So I wonder who is going to come out on top of this, because the Confederates lost a lot of men there, but not really that many, you know? Like, it might be enough to get a significant respawn force.
So you're certainly not wasting any time.
Well, most of the Yankees seem to be content to let a couple guys back here. Mr. Duckberry all by himself with a sword. Sword and a dream, but the Yankees are going back to their previous positions, having won that melee. Bring the Yankees down to engage, though, at 37 minutes, and Confederates are taking losses at 37 minutes. That is not looking very good for the Confederates. Especially with how small this map is, they will not get that much time in final push. If the Yankees can keep up this kind of rate, I think they'll be in a good place to win. Especially now that Confederate commanders might be trying to play more cautious, which is the exact opposite of what they really should be doing. They should be playing more aggressive and trying to force down both ticket counts as fast and quickly as possible. A lot of music over here on the Union team with the 20th Maine, the 20th New York, and the 10th Georgia all reforming on this area. Usually the Yankees love holding in this area between this house and this wagon, but generally I think it would be better if they form more of an oblique. That way they'd have a better shot, people can run the corner. But, you know, to each his own. Over here around the side is a couple of rebels holding off, getting the reloads, and they're probably just waiting for their friendlies to spawn in and come back up here. And also keeping the Yankees busy, because as long as the Yankees are shooting at groups of 2 or 3, they're not shooting at the main line.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised there's rebels up there. They're down on tickets, and they could be taking skirmishing and out-of-line deaths there. That's probably hurting them a little bit.
Yes, if I recall correctly, at the same time that they gave the rebels more tickets on a map like Pry House, a map like Pry House and Nicodemus Hill, they actually took away a couple of rebel tickets on maps like this. So this is a slightly more even map than it used to be. That being said, though, the rebels are generally favored, even though they have the stonewall, because the moment you take the stonewall, usually the rebels can keep it. The IVB seems to have formed obliquely to, or not obliquely, parallelly behind to the 1st Virginia. That way they have a better shot down this road, where, as you can see all the rebels who are going to be running up that face of the hill to get to the stone wall and the stairs. You see the 1st Maryland is across from the 1st, or I'm sorry, the 5th Florida. Where's the 5th North Carolina and all this? Oh, they're also with the 1st
We're
Maryland.
mixed in. Yeah, you see me down here?
know what?
I don't see it.
Oh, come here.
I'm by the flag.
Oh, Murphy, you're playing?
I'm in
Oh,
the
wait,
field.
wait,
Listen, we need all the numbers we can get.
Should we be frontline reporting right now? Should we have your screen up too? Oh, you have a team killing. Jesus.
Yeah, Murphy, you can get your screen up. I can set that up for next round. Yeah.
Based. Well, either way, that is indifferent to the rest of the battle because the fact of the matter is that the rebels need to be pushing up a little bit faster than this. From what we're seeing right now, it's I don't know, this waiting is 34 minutes left, and there's peace in the battlefield. All is quiet on the western front. Artillery overshooting, killing 2 people. I mean, not the worst artillery shit I've ever seen.
Here's another
However,
push.
ooh, rebel push on the rebel right seems to be partially killed off by the shooting, and rebels shooting over here, rebel charging, Union shooting. Not as many dead as you would think. Again, people are shooting
Union
way
are
too quick
blowing
from the
those
melees.
shots, all of their shots, right from the get-go, on like 2 guys. Very
Exactly,
important.
exactly. We can see now on the rebel right, Union left, that the rebels have taken the majority of the Stonewall. However, the IVB just needs to right face and kill them. Looks like they have no interest in that. And they're going over to the main group instead with all the flags. Over here on the right, we can see that there's only a few people left alive. Rebels killed the last couple. More Union dying on the line than you would hope for as a Union commander at defending. The flag bearer having to retreat because he didn't have enough men over there to get the information, running away from Mr. Chief of the 10th Georgia. Interesting there. I thought that was going to go a lot better for the rebels, but they got fizzled out there really quickly.
They just waste so many lives on that first initial assault. They can't survive the next one. Despite
Well, yeah,
with
100%. Yeah, if these rebels start running a little bit faster, we can see here that some of them are running fast, but some of them are getting reloads. In my opinion, they don't even need to be having reloads in this kind of thing. They just need to be running and going, you know?
Yeah, just getting some sort of foothold while they can before the Union reforms and they do the same thing. It's like a cycle.
Yeah, the Yankees over here in the 1st Virginia are also reloading before they go, and I think that's a grave tactical blunder. They should be sprinting all the way up here and then reloading. So, yeah, that is, again, I really don't think that the teams over here, well, I mean, more of the Union are getting up here and bayoneting and then running up here and reloading. We can see here that the IVB, the 20th, and the 20th, what group is over here on the right now? The 20th New York, I don't know where the 20th Maine went, are over here in this front. Oh, there's 20th Maine over here, 20th New York. Okay, whatever. Charging's coming out soon. Man, that was like 4 shots off on nothing. They were just shooting nothing. We can see now that the rebels are holding over there. A couple Rambos being murked. I don't know whether the Union, I mean, the Union are slightly ahead in tickets, but this is a map where they have a lot less tickets. So even though it says that the Confederates have a higher percentage left, probably doesn't mean much. They're holding their standard positions again. The 1st Virginia is still not up here. They're forming an actual line. I do not know what's happening here. This is insane. You don't need to be forming a line at spawn. That's not helping anybody. Back over here at the actual fight, that's actually, you know, like a video game is happening, believe it or not. There's a charge going on. The 5th Florida is hugging the wall over here on the far left. Meanwhile, the other team are waiting a little bit. My presumption is that they're going to try to charge this flank and then try to charge in the other flank while they're all taking busy. Union taking losses at 31 minutes and 45 seconds.
I think they're trying to bait them out on one side and then go and take the Stonewall on the other side.
100%, yeah. And these Incas are kneeling too much. They're taking a lot of skirmishing losses from kneeling.
He's just trying to go for the stairs on the right side through that center.
Oh yeah, well the IVB is
so
ready
it
for
is
them,
a
but at the
bait.
same time, yeah, that was mostly a bait, but at the same time now they're getting a couple shots off. I hear some people saying counter charge, but you know some people saying
I hear
counter charge.
the Union is saying brace, but the Confederacy has no interest in taking that line. They're going for the stairs and getting that foothold. That's
Yeah, standing out in the open isn't doing much, especially when half your line isn't actually shooting or anything. They're just like walking around in circles. The Confederates sitting breaking at 31:05. Like really, I don't know what these Union guys are doing. Half of them are charging, half of them are going the other direction.
Is Union ahead enough to just knock them down the final push and win this game, you think?
I think if they fell back right there, maybe. Like, 1st Virginia, over 3 minutes late. Jesus fucking... run up, guys. Okay, I cannot stress it enough.
Union's still holding, though, despite.
Well, yeah, but they're also sending Rambos up to die on a line. I don't know what the fuck is happening here. Nice dying on a line. All of you are dying on a line. You're doing nothing for your team. Stop doing it. You're not doing anything. Stop going...
moving in, yeah. It's such a big mistake.
Yeah, really. Friendly artillery hit. Confederate artillery finally hitting something substantial. Flag bearer killing their own men. Finally. It took
I
them
hope that
long enough to
wasn't
get a shot
buckets.
left. Let me see who's
Not
in charge of the rebel
buckets,
left. Well, it looks like
no.
Tomcat, Nook, Standard, and Doe. You know them?
I do. Yeah, it's okay. It was the Florida guys. That's what we'll say.
Oh, okay. So it's okay if the
It's
Florida guys
not
make a
5th
mistake.
North Carolina. We're good. We can make fun of them.
We're good. We're good.
Oh my God! What are the Union doing? Why are they charging? That's really dumb. Why are they yelling zoo zoo zoo?
Hey, where's 9th Corps? I don't see him.
It's the IVB yelling zoo 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 and then dying on a line.
Gosh.
Oh God! Well, the buck and ball was kind of effective, a little bit, killing a couple men. Now they're charging up and dying. What the fuck are the Union doing? Are they throwing? Are the Union I think the Union's throwing. Like there's no way anybody actually came up with that strat.
I think it's effective.
I don't like when I've played this
Wait,
map.
do you think it's good?
No. If I was the
I mean-
Union, I would honestly just sit back and make the Confederates do something around those stairs.
Yeah, especially now that they're literally charging and mailing. That's dying on a line right there. That's doing nothing. You're
and the
not
rebels
winning
are still
anything.
getting guys in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make it so that the stone wall doesn't mean anything. Just pull back. Make the
Exactly.
wall not
Pull
mean
back.
anything.
Yeah,
Make
yeah,
them
yeah.
come out.
I think the first Virginia's a little bit too far back. They should really be holding right there on the cannon, or not the cannon, the cart where everyone else is holding. But
Also,
okay, I would understand going for
why-
shoot, but this is way too much. Why is everyone charging?
Why is the Union? It's like a trickle charge. You get 3 dudes charging, they die. 3 more
Yeah,
charge
yeah.
and they die. They're not mass charging. It gives time for the rebels to spawn in on
So-
flat.
They were able to take out the position, and my thing wasn't what they were going to take it. Obviously, they were going to take the position eventually by charging. My point is now they just lost a lot of their tickets. You know, they couldn't have afforded those tickets, in my opinion. So, man, I just don't believe that was a very good decision for the Union. The IVV now has the Stonewall again. That is, it didn't, they weren't able to hold it the first time. Clearly, I don't think they're going to be able to hold it again. Their bet right here is probably that they're going to get the Confederates down to final push before they hit breaking, but that's not going to happen. They're going to hit breaking now, well before, especially with setting people up, single men. I don't know what Mr. Sharp over here is thinking, and Mr. Johnson over here. What the fuck is, what was that?
Oh no, that's a rip.
Dude, oh my God.
We're
I'm
gonna
sorry,
get
yeah.
Heavy Rant Part 2. Now on
Rambo's-
Ramboing.
Yeah, number 1, Rambo's. Number 2, charging where you don't need to charge positions. Like, this position is useless for the rebels if the Yankees make it useless. And number 3, sprint the fuck from spawn in the future. You get a bayonet and sprint up and then you reload.
Yep.
Whatever.
We're gonna have the Heavy Ranting series.
I'm
It's
going to be
get the Netflix.
surprised if the Confederacy can get a foothold on point, regardless of what happens.
I think if they were able to win one more charge, I mean, think about this. If they just bayonet and go for the rest of the game, they're going to hit the Union to the last stand.
They could get that. I guess they can contest, is what I mean, and go to overtime constantly.
Yeah. And I think that overtime crutching is a bit of a, it's a crutch, but whatever. Again, I don't know what the 1st Virginia's doing. They could be right here on this fence line right here and be at 20 times, 30 times more useful. And all they're going to do is team kill the 20th New York and the 20th Maine when the charge happens. I'm sorry, in the 10th Georgia, and the 7th Virginia, and the 6th Alabama Battery. It's a lot of people. The entire Confederacy over here clumped up, one massive clump. They get like a tumor on Virginia soil, and they're ready to charge out the Union. The Union have kneeled behind. No, they've given up the Stonewall, except for 2 Rambos.
Starting to build up for a push.
I think
All
Confederacy should probably go for the left in case Union drops down to breaking soon, and then they have a chance to cap and win.
Yeah. Or like they can do what they did earlier and send a couple guys out to bait all the shots and then charged. But they baited one side and then charged the other, so it didn't do anything. Because they wasted all these guys' shots.
I have
and
a
then
feeling
they
that
charged.
the bait wasn't intentional. To be honest.
Oh, okay.
Union
yeah,
goes down to breaking.
Yeah, Union hits breaking. Probably some Rambo somewhere we didn't. Yeah, probably that Rambo right there who's up there. Confederates not shooting through the fence line, hitting not really anybody. Again, now the unit's up here is the 20th Maine. So again, I really don't understand what what the tactic here is. I mean, they could just be bum rushing and they'd probably win better. Like, yeah.
Or just if the Union keeps sending some Rambos up, Confederacy can just sit down for 26 minutes and play defensive.
Yeah. It is 26 minutes, that's correct. But I do think that if they play it like this, just shootout, they're going to hit breaking or they're going to hit final push before the Union hits the last stand. So, I think the Confederates' best bet has been and always will be just to charge. Both sides have a good amount of buck and ball. Pretty sure that only the Union's 12th New York Militia Company B can select buck and ball, or that, or the 55, but why'd you pick a 55 over buck and ball? The Union, in my opinion, they're kind of offering too good of a targets to these rebels. They're not losing that many men, so it isn't that big of an issue. That being said, though, they could be pulling back a little bit further to like that wagon. But where they are right now is pretty fine. They give up that, like I said, they gave up that Stonewall, and I don't know how I feel about that. I think they could have held that a little bit longer.
They fought so hard to retake it and then just abandoned it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you're gonna abandon it anyways, why'd you charge it out in the first place? Mr. Zapstar is leading his 5th North Carolina out in the open over here to be a little bit of a nuisance on the rebels. However, they're far away and at a bad angle to these Union men, so they will not have a very easy time hitting them. They'll have much easier time wasting their ammunition. And with those nice Mississippi rifles, very beautiful. He's telling his men to stand up. Yeah, dying line, like he says. It's beautiful.
Zapstar has a beautiful voice. If anyone says otherwise, they're wrong.
I don't think anybody's ever said otherwise.
We're good.
So, yeah. We can see now that they're holding a really nice defense. The 7th Virginia going up and holding the... What?
What?
I don't even know what's happening. That is,
Maybe they see
wow.
Zapstar's guys pulled out and they're like, oh, we could kill them easier if they,
I guess maybe.
moved up.
I mean, if they do volleys, they'll be susceptible to charge, and if they independent fire, then they'll just be driving down their tickets. But they're not doing either. They're just like going up there and then standing.
What is he doing? Oh, there they go.
Okay, now
Are they shooting on the right?
there's nothing over there. I don't know.
I don't know. It looked like they're aiming their guns that way, at least from
I just
what
don't know what the CSA is waiting
I saw
for.
that. And yeah, you know, yeah, as much as we're criticizing the Union here, the CSA has waited 5 minutes and not done a charge yet.
I mean, it's not like there's only 5 minutes left in the game. They still got.
They have plenty of time.
24 minutes
Well,
left.
I disagree. I disagree. They hit breaking a long time ago. They're going to final push any second. Confederates have sent a couple of Rambos forward, or I guess not. Mr. Morpho is probably just went by himself. Murphy, seeing this shit?
Oh yeah,
You
he's
got a
down.
Rambo. Scout? Yeah, you got a ban
Massive
just because
scout.
of Rambo. I'm a war rights moderator. I demand respect.
I am a war rights moderator, and I demand
Mm-hmm.
respect. Your authority.
I wonder if the Union was scared by those artillery pieces, which only ever killed like 2 of them. But they killed a lot more Confederates than they killed of Union. So
What?
I really don't know.
If they were scared, why'd they move back on the stone wall?
Oh,
They
where does it
getting
say that?
pounded.
They did lose 2 men to that shot right there. So, you know, the Confederates hit final push, like I said, and now they're
Where did they die?
charging.
Now they're pushing.
Rambo died. And we can see now, yeah, now they're pushing. A little bit late though. If the Union wins this melee, what I expect to see is that some units in the Union might not even come back with a bayonet. You know, they just might grug and go. Hopefully they grug and go. That is. I hope to see that both sides decide to grug and go after this melee, no matter who wins. I think the Confederates are winning on the right, although the Union won on the left. The Union on the left do not seem at all interested in helping out their friends on the left, and they're just like holding over there. I don't know why. I don't know why they're holding over there when their right is almost losing. It seems like the Union fell back a little bit, but then some of the Rambos are killing some men. It's very confused. The situation's very confused. Union seem to have won the right now. They killed Zoo. Union are losing point, but that's just because of decay, I think. I don't think it's anybody actually on point. No, they lost the right. Wow. First VA still staying at the top of that. Reloading, dying to pistol shots. Zapstar killing the last of the first VA. The unit have completely been pushed off point.
CSA is moving up from main spawn right now to reinforce. We'll see if they can do it in time.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, if
even
the CSA bandits can go, they got it. Yeah,
both
they're
sides
grugging
are-
and going. They
yeah,
won,
no,
they won.
Both sides are going to be trickling in now, and CSA seems
And
to be having the initiative right now. Union's
Yeah,
starting to slowly
Union's
trickle
been
out.
slower this whole
Why
game.
is some of the Union guys just sitting back in their bales and reloads? They just need to go. Possibly Bales.
Well,
but
you know what? I would think the best move of the Union actually be to full kit right here. And then they would have great shots for on them. But you know, okay, Union. I don't think the Union are going to be able to win that. With them not at all being committed to the charge on the right there, the Confederates finally charging, and yeah, no, I think the Confederates got this in the bag. Union's just been slower to do anything this whole game, and you know, as much as the Confederates have waited that whole time, well, they had the time on their hands, you know. Yeah, Union threw it away. Look at this. Even now they're running out of line and shit. For every Confederate Rambo, there was like 2 Union Rambos, and you know, I'm willing to bet we'll see a lot of out of line. So obviously more with the Confederates because they were attacking, but I mean, I wonder how many were on the Union, you know.
Yeah,
I
they
guess.
seem fairly organized, but just a few guys going out of line. Pretty disappointing. And in the charges, it always happens.
Confederates about to get overtime. Union aren't even on point. Half these Union guys aren't even on point. Is that guy reloading behind the thing? Yeah, he just
Overtime
reloaded.
is struck. CSA capping point fast, and that looks like it'll do it for this round.
Yeah. Wow, that was weird. That was a weird game.
Damn, that was. Confederacy, even though at first, in my opinion, it looked like Union were going to win, it turned around because Union just kept charging that stone wall and dying. So, with that being said, fun first round to watch. Very fast, very entertaining in my opinion. We'll start with our announcers' opinions. Savvy, what were your thoughts? And we'll do CMurphy.
Well, I thought the Union were doing very well that whole game. They were winning the melees, winning the shots, and that's really what matters. However, they had a couple things that they did wrong, in my opinion. We can see here, although they were able to kill a lot of more men, they had a couple too many skirmishing and out-of-line deaths, which, remember, that map is a very CSA-biased map. And although, again, they took a little bit away kind of recently, it's still a very, very CSA-ticket map. So you got to keep that in mind. You can't lose out of men. You can't lose out of line. You can't lose any skirmishing. Look at this. They had almost as many skirmishing as their rebels. Also, like I said, they charged that stone when they didn't need to. They didn't know when to just give up that position. I think if they at that point just held back, the Confederates probably would have hit final push a little bit sooner, and they would have been able to do better at the Union. I think both sides played well. Just in general, I think both sides made a lot of mistakes. So although they played well, they played this, they played that. I think that they could have done better, both sides. The Union could have been more proactive in actually picking where their fight should be and getting to the point fast. And the Confederates could have just charged more. So sorry for blabbering around there, but that's what I think.
All right, thank you, Sevy. CMurphy?
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's a good map for both sides. The Union have a pretty strong defensive position that they can hold. It doesn't necessarily even out that ticket imbalance, but as we saw there,
It's a very fun map.
They didn't have that many out of lines. I think it was 16 at the end compared to the
Mm-hmm.
Rebels 45 or so. So it was well played by the Union, but at the end of the day, they didn't get up to certain points fast enough to reinforce. Kind of slow, but they still played well, both sides. So good job.
Yeah.
All right. So
Share
with
your
that
screen.
being said, we'll see you guys in the second round. All right, everybody, here's our second round for this match. It is Boulevard Heights Redoubt. So this would be a fun one. Again, haven't seen this one played that often. We got CMurphy's perspective now on the screen. He'll still be announcing, though, which is perfectly fine. So, yeah. What are you guys' thoughts for how this map is going to go?
So what we've seen now is that the rebels move left, and that is usually the strat. The strat used to be go to that right flank over there where there is no mound, but the rebels like nowadays to get really close on the left and use the mound as their own cover, kind of like to take it over. This looks like a phenomenal defensive position. I'm sure it was in real life, but these mounds, they're really not that much better to the defender than they are to the attacker. So I think that the Confederates are going to go left. They're probably going to try to use that mound and snake around a point.
Yeah, that's how it's gonna go. That's how Sussy Brigade always does it. So we'll see if it's successful against these Union bastards.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Do you have good faith in your men?
I do.
I mean,
Yeah,
they won last round.
Yeah, I certainly have feelings about the Union over here.
Why
We can
is
see
Union
now.
pulling out of their defensive positions?
Oh, so they can harass them a little bit. They're not going to take them many losses, I don't imagine. They're fighting around 150 yards now, no more than that. So it's not like they're close, but not far either. We can see both sides now. Yeah, if the Union can keep them out here for a little bit, then that's good for them. The Confederates will probably have a long time advantage. Union actually killed more with that volley than the Confederates did on them. Wow, they actually they have even losses. Yeah,
I'm
3
surprised
to 3,
the
3 to 3.
Confederates are down here volleying and not pushing up.
Yeah, I would agree completely. I mean, they should be charging.
Yeah, last time I was offshoring this, we were down 20 people in the event, and we won as Union because the rebels were so inconsistent when they charged. They sat around a lot. They started charging and then pulled back completely. It was like Confederates got to be aggressive. We see Cook's countercharge too.
Well, here they go now.
Yeah. Well, we can see now that the Union are peppering them on the side. Not going to do much on the term of killing, but it'll definitely suppress them while they're now going to be extremely
They should probably save their shots though.
I agree. They should save the shots until they're really close. You can see that now the Union have perfect shots in them. Wait too long to volley? What was it? It was wait like half a year to volley. Only killing one man. Yeah, whatever. Most of the Union are still really far away.
CMurphy's view right now. He's got a great view of that front line fighting right now. And CMurphy, unfortunately, goes down. Back to our overview here.
I hate to say it, but I think these guys aren't in the steam call or something again, because they're what are they doing?
The first VA?
It's the first VA.
I've been
swear,
told that they don't go in, at least for the last Regimental Leaders, they weren't in the steam call, so.
Yeah, I think that they're not in the steam call again, because they're well not aware of all the fighting that's happening both these rounds. We can see that the now the fighting is happening over this mound, and now it is kind of helping both. I think that the it's like a, I don't really actually work for this mound, like the military term for it. Yeah, but the Confederates have a good numerical supremacy on these Union, although the Union have around 3 men more in the actual game. Both sides taking pretty heavy casualties, and that's pretty good for the Confederates here. As long as there are casualties happening on both sides, the attacker is happy. And remember, they have a lot of tickets on this map.
Yeah, and the only way Union's going to be able to remove the Confederacy is they got to charge in and wipe them all out, because Confederates are just going to keep getting flag respawns, because they got a lot of dudes, they got flags, they're going to keep coming in, Union's got to wipe them out. So.
Or they can just all get their shots and then go over there and then volley into them. I mean, they do have buck'em on this map. They have the 39th. Oh god, I forgot the 39th doesn't have buck'em anymore. Yeah, no, like none of these guys have buck'em anymore. I forgot about that. Shit. Yeah.
But, I mean, I guess that's better though than regardless, even without buck'em. It's still better than where they're at right now, because they're all just running up, taking a shot, and yeah, they need to do something together. That group sitting in the back needs to do something, not just shots where they'll probably miss half the time.
The first VA is going all the way around here. Let's see if they, I think they're going to try to do what we just said about doing. But, you know, this group over here can do that just as well as they could. I think this group over here, this is the IVB alongside the 10th Georgia. These guys over here who are in this side of it should probably be going up and over. Meanwhile, the 20th New York is suffering a lot more losses than the other two. You can see now that the first VA is kind of getting a flanking position on them. Enfilading fire. Zapstar's down. He no longer their men might not know about this upcoming advance. Are they going to charge?
Why are they? They're
they going behind them? They could have had better shots right there than anywhere else.
Yeah, and the longer they do this, I mean, they're getting some nice shots here.
The Confederacy needs to be pushing further down. They're in a terrible spot.
They killed like 2 people. I think the Confederates, yeah. If the Union charge in here and die, I think the Confederates are now, if nothing else from that position, they were all turned around. Now the Union are able to get on their other side, get over here, but still, like, again, with the way that these mounds are, they're much better for the attackers than the defenders. So, whatever.
Also,
Zapstar dying.
With the first VA, assuming they're not in a scheme call, that is terrible for the Union because they can't coordinate. They can't coordinate this, try to take them out. First VA can try to go in and be all brave and take it out. But they have a lot less men than the Confederates that are there. They're going to get wiped, and it's going to be no fruition because they didn't coordinate.
Yeah, the first VA did just get wiped. So no matter how, like that could have been phenomenal for the attackers or the first VA, but it was not. We can see now that this is just a huge ticket dream for them. Both sides are engaged. But what I think is happening here is that the Confederates lost a lot from attacking, and now the Union lost a lot from just being dumb. So now we said they're even around on ticket percentage. Of course, that means the Confederates still have a lot more men. This is great for the Confederacy because now they have even men and only 37 minutes left. A 37-minute engagement gauge is phenomenal for the attackers. I don't know who this guy is, but I don't think he's supposed to be out of line with a pistol. That's doing nothing for his team. You can kill 6 men, and that will not be evening out the tickets.
I think the Confederacy is making a big mistake by not pushing that hook right now on this mound. That way people could spawn main, and they have an easier time getting that foothold.
Yeah, I think that would be a much better position, but I think the position they currently have is good enough.
It's not bad, but they are getting kind of pincered here.
We can see now that Confederate respawns they are coming up here. Mr. Doug is leading a group of 5th North Carolinians, and they are able to have a good amount of success over here on the hook, facing off against the IVB. Again, look at this. The Union have to give up their cover because this coverage is not very good for the defenders at all. It looks like a fort, looks like it'd be phenomenal for the Union, but this is actually not a very easy thing to hold.
Yeah, no. If they're gonna hold back, they should hide in the cannons. They should not.
I agree. Yeah, holding out in the open. Yeah, now they're all spread out, so now they're just like in skirmishing and shit.
And you could see they're taking a decent amount of casualties there. Another one that bites the dust. And,
yeah, they should just retreat at that point. Nice job, y'all dying out of line. Now they're dying out of line.
That guy's gonna die out of line. He's got to move. He's got to unfix your reload.
I was
gonna say bayonet and then said reload. What am I?
Yeah, no, the Union are just you know, the Confederates aren't moving. The Union aren't doing much either. Like, this is just like the last round where the Union are like being slow to actually adapt to the situation, but the Confederates aren't moving either.
This is honestly, it's kind of almost a good position because Confederates now split the Union almost in half. You have the guys on the right at the hook, which have mostly been eliminated. Now you still got a couple skirmishers, or Rambos, if you want to call them that, from the Union. But the rest of the Union's got to come from spawn, and Rebels can have nice shots.
I wonder who's in a line really far away from the rest of the group. Oh, it's the first VA. Look at that, guys. They're in a line. Nice job forming a line. They're forming a spread out line. I think they're trying to shoot at the artillery like 400 yards away. Again, I don't know what these guys are doing.
Possible. Collector hit a 1,000-yard shot, so it's possible.
Now the
Yeah,
Confederates
well,
be pushing further down to the right.
yeah, whatever.
love
Okay,
to
so
do that.
we can just count the entire regiment outside the Union roster, because for all intents and purposes, the Confederates have 15 men up on the Union because of that group over there just doing whatever they want. So the rebels now, yeah, they are pushing down, and I think the rebels are going to win here. I think I'm calling
No
it now.
doubt, no doubt.
Yeah, they
like
got way
engage
more
engage
men.
37.
I'm gonna cut the
Yankees.
CMurphy's view here, just to see what it's like on the ground.
Duckberry calling me to charge in with him.
Hey,
I'm
we
just
got the
not sure how
numbers
I feel
now.
about
We got
that.
numbers
Fuck
now.
you, Coco.
You might as well charge him.
I might as well go in. We're at these.
Yeah, why not?
Sick.
Hey, Coco's the officer. If Coco's the officer, kill him. Oh, Coco died.
Gentlemen, outstanding work tonight. Once more, the 20 New York has proven it's a pretty...
Zap started.
I'm sorry.
You just died to shake and mate killed you.
Dang, what a shame. Back to over here there.
Yeah, the Union have dropped them. Union have dropped the ball. They actually had they was playing a recorded thing of Zapstar. Yeah, so the first VA is now they're parading around. Union taking losses, sealing the nail for their own coffin. They've lost it. However long the rest of this map goes, it's just a formality. Union have already lost the event.
Yeah, so we're ending the video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope.
Yeah, in all seriousness, though, I don't know what the Union are thinking here. Like, they did not play well any of this, and well, now the first VA is at the bottom of the cell button. Oh, they're forming a line. That's what you need to be doing. You need to be forming a line and giving a volley. That's what you need to be doing. That's sarcasm. That's a shit idea.
Yeah, Confederates are just gonna run up to the caissons, easy kills, with that big line.
I think ever since the Union let the Confederates just live over there in the corner, although they were getting quote-unquote good shots on them, good shots don't disable a group, charging them out does. So what they needed to do earlier was just get up and over that the mound and shoot in and then charge the side. Instead, they were just content to have a shootout, and all a shootout does is help the attacker.
Looks like the Rebs
Like,
are.
well,
capping
shootout
the
like
point.
that.
I don't know if
Why
that's-
would they cap? They need to. They can knock Union
I
down the
don't know.
breaking easily. I think.
But-
Yeah, maybe they just think why bother, you know? Maybe that's what they're thinking.
Yeah, that's true. I guess if you want to say that.
Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter, to be honest.
Yeah, they're gonna win either way, so why do they care? I mean, the round's only gonna last 7 minutes either way, so yeah. Now
Yeah.
the Union have practically infinite tickets now, so they basically have nothing to do but bayonet the forming lines again. All right, nice job, guys. Union loves to form lines.
Union's gonna force the Confederacy down to last stand in 7 minutes.
I think what this proves you is that the meta in skirmishing, this skirmish mode, is anything but real lines and shit. Because look at this blob formation here is what won the game for the Confederates. You know, like what you need is a blob that's mostly in formation, and you're gonna do well on attacker.
I think what the Union needs is coordination.
Agreed.
That's the meta.
Coordination's the meta. Yeah.
We saw this with the Conquest event. I think it was last weekend at some point. I don't remember when. But it was like Sussy versus basically old Second Corps. We basically have the same teams on each side, and we're watching the same exact story happen again.
Well, that was also with the first VA who wasn't in. That was the one where they 100% were in Steam chat. I guess we'll have to check
and
out
they're
after
still
this
not.
event this time.
Yeah, that's true. But it's
I'll
just
be
an
honest,
assumption.
I don't. My money would be that they are in the Steam chat right now, but just that they're not coordinating. Because man, they have not. I have not seen the Union as regiments do anything together this whole game.
To see Murphy's view here, he's got a view of this melee. Very intense. See Murphy gets blinded and goes down.
gosh.
Is he dead?
Yeah, back to our overview here.
Well, what we saw there for a second, I think you missed out. And Union now bringing the Confederates on taking losses doesn't mean jack shit though. The Union actually were surrounding the Confederates on 3 sides there, but none of the Confederates did win that melee. The fact that the Union are capturing the point does not mean that they outnumber the Confederates. It just means that they have more men on the inside of the berm. And pretty much, I think this is the only map I know of where it isn't a rectangle, because this whole thing is the thing. Confederates bring the Union down to breaking, doesn't mean jack shit though, because they'll get it if they recapture. If the Confederates are going to let them recapture, I think that'd be a bit of a poor mistake. If the Confederates all just up and over right now, they would be able to start capturing point. Over here with the Union are doing, they're just like staying down here on the bottom of this hill and just shooting up there. Of course, yeah, there we go. Yeah, the Confederates up and over, and now the Union are outnumbered, about to die. You know, this is we see it too often, where people focus on going to the point or going to the giant flagpoles too often, and they don't focus on just killing the enemy, charging them out and killing them. When you're like, think about this, the Union spawn point is only like 30 seconds away. They could just bayonet and run, over and over and kill these rebels. But instead, they're gonna form lines. They're gonna march around. Like, why? You just wasted the first 2 minutes of your counterattack. And
Eastern line, Eastern line.
Eastern line, he says.
How the
Eastern.
hell did you can jump over these?
Oh,
What the
he
fuck?
just learned you can jump over these, even though you've been able to jump over them for like 6 months now.
You
Nice
can?
job.
I didn't know that. I actually didn't know that.
For months, man. Like, legitimately for half a year, you've been able to jump over those things.
The more you know.
I mean, that was like, whatever. Whatever. God, I'm just annoyed. This is, like, the Confederates are not using good positions, and they're winning. And the
I think
Union
they're
are...
honestly in the perfect position.
Well, yeah, you know,
Well,
but
well,
like now they are, now that they control the entire field. But earlier in the game, when they were actually taking the thing, you know, like they were over that
Exactly. They
mound.
stayed way too long in that one spot. I'm surprised
But
they didn't destroy.
And it worked out for them, but just because the Union aren't coordinated. If they had coordinated a charge together, they would have completely wiped the Confederates there, right?
I think
Like,
so.
yeah, the Confederates were surrounded, outnumbered, and the Union were like, yes, today I shall shoot you. Today I shall shoot you at 5 yards away and let you respawn. You know, I often, you know, I should correct what I said earlier. I said shooting only helps the attacker. Shooting at 5 yards helps the attacker because it drains both teams' tickets evenly. Shooting at 130 yards helps the defenders a lot because it keeps the attacker where they are. The attackers just stop moving. Had a little bit of a lag there. Now it's fixed again.
What is the Union doing? They're kind of... We're not seeing any... now they are.
Literally spreading out completely.
Wow.
There's no way this is going to win. At first, VA is still sitting back here doing... aiming? Oh, that volleys. Load, and he's loading more. Fuck you. I'm just gonna say it. You're not... Ah! It hurts me. That hurts me. Okay.
Man, I honestly... Morale's done. At least it looks like for
Yeah.
the Union. He's just kind of like, okay, let's just have some fun in the next 2.5 minutes while we still can. Union kind of
guess.
trickling in from all sides here. I'm going to switch to CMurphy's view here of the melee. Intense, getting multiple kills. Why are the Union reloading?
Unit hitting final
Macro
push.
overview here.
We can see here what's happening is that the Confederates were slightly weak in the middle. They might lose that middle there, but it looks like they're gonna win on the both flanks. Maybe they're gonna let too many guys back on this flank. I don't know. Looks over here that the 5th North Carolina was able to hold off against the Union push on their end. In the center, where all the cannons were, held the 5th Florida, and the 5th Florida and the 1st Maryland. The 5th Florida, the 1st Maryland seemed to have won down here in the center. Looks like that was a failed charge by the Union. They were winning a little bit. They were getting a couple kills, but they were never gonna win that melee. Especially
if they coordinated that charge, they would have won. I think.
dude, that
Maybe.
dude, that cannon was
dug in.
over. I'm sorry,
I guess
that
that's
cannon was
true. I
over primed
mean-
by a full 2 seconds.
Union kind of trickled in from 3 different directions.
They
The
did.
trickle
yeah.
in is what.
Honestly, if they sent their full force and they pushed down the mound, that's
Oh, the
what I
bandana running
might
now.
try to do earlier on. But they missed out on that opportunity. They don't have any time now.
Yeah, and now the Union, the best chance to debate and run, and they might be able to get a Q, and they might be able to overtime. Who knows? Maybe if they overtime here, they might have a good chance. I don't know. I'm not holding out faith for them. You know, I would not be betting on them at all right now. That being said, though, maybe, you know. The Confederates have formed a pretty nice line over here to focus against the Union spearhead. This next Union group to advance will be the 20th Maine, and from their perspective, you can see that it is not a good-looking charge. You see a giant blob of Confederates there. Buck and ball shredding you from each direction, which the Union, back when they had Buck and ball on this map, I would say the Union, it was more of a Union-biased map back then. But just the fact that these mounds are made for real-life soldiers, not in-game, and the Confederates have so many tickets, you know, you really don't see the Union win this map that often. And I think this game is... although the Union did some really dumb things, it goes off pretty similar to this usually. Oh, look at that. The timer's all fucked up. It's showing the wrong time.
She says countercharging now. Just running through the entire.
We'll cut the CMurphy's view here to watch this beautiful counter charge.
People don't understand why we have a counter, or why people do counter charges. It's to keep the Union off the point. That way the Union never get a majority on point. Also, just because it's fun.
That NCO is just giving up. He's taking the hit. It looks like that'll do it for this round. Confederates get a dominating victory here.
Yeah,
Ooh,
the Union played that poorly.
Yeah, again, this recording has been under 52 minutes.
Yeah, that was a fast event.
This is an insanely fast 2 rounds. Probably the fastest I've ever seen. And with that being said, let's get our team's view. So, Sevi, what were your thoughts in the second round? We'll do CMurphy after that.
So, I was thinking that the Confederates, they didn't really do anything. Like, again, I'm not. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. They did nothing special there, and you don't need to do anything special. They were a little bit complacent, like Murphy said, and holding the same position over and over. But the Union, they failed to capitalize on that by charging them out as a group, and instead the VA charged in all by themselves. That kind of was dumb, and then the rest of the Union just kind of died. Over and over, the Union just died. They just lost the melees. They lost everything. Look at that. More out of lines than the Confederates by twice, a factor of 2, literally a factor of 2. I think that was a well-deserved win by the Confederates, even though they could have done some things more perfectly.
All right, thank you, Sevi. CMurphy, your thoughts?
Yeah, like Sevi said, that's kind of like the age-old tactic. At least that's the way that we've always played it in Sussex Brigade. That hard send on the left, and if they can stop it, we try to take as many as we can with us. Normally, you don't survive on that mound. If the whole Union team is concentrated, you do get wiped off eventually, but you take as many as you can. But the Union were not coordinated well enough tonight, and they just kind of let the CSA hold there, so that was a blunder. But I think overall, the people fought well. Good job to the Confederates, Sussex Brigade. Proud of my boys. It was fun to watch. Fun to be there.
Yeah.
And with that being said, Confederates get a decisive 2-0 victory tonight. Now we'll be doing some regimental leader interviews with the leaders that participated in tonight's event. Here you go. Hope you enjoy. Our post-game interview is now official. From the Union tonight, we have Hot Cocoa and CJ, both from the 20th. And then on the Confederate side, we have Zoo, Zapstar, and Murphy, all from their respective regiments from the Sussex Brigade, so 5th Florida, 1st Maryland, and 5th NC. And we're just going to be talking about the rounds tonight. So with that being said, our first question will go to the Union. What was your strategy going into the first round, and how did you react to the ever-changing battlefield?
First round was mostly just hold where we were. Once the artillery started hitting, some of our regiments wanted to pull back from the wall, so we allowed that. The pullback from the wall, I think, was a mistake overall, as that was eventually when they got charged out successfully. But it was kind of understandable, I think, given the conditions. For the most part, as I said, it was just the usual downtown strategy of hold the right, nice line formation, kill everyone that comes around that corner, and try to hold that stone wall. But we had to modify it. We actually had some fairly accurate artillery for a downtown map.
How would you say if I told you that less than 10 men died to artillery from the Union that whole game?
Would not be surprised by it. As I said, it might have been misrepresented in officer chat by those 10 men.
Yeah, that is true.
Wait, hold on. This is from the CSA side. You had 10 men in artillery?
No, they had 10 men. We had 10 men die on Union to artillery.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm sorry.
I think they only had probably 2-3 guys on CS.
Thank Christ.
Many.
I think it was just the 5th Florida's batter. Is that right?
That is correct.
No, we have some.
Oh, what?
It's sussy. Whenever there's sussy on Artie, there's always 10 guys on Artie. It's just how it
I
rolls.
only saw 4 actually on the tab screen. Maybe I'm wrong though. Maybe it was just at one point.
Yeah, I don't mean to rail things.
Well,
No,
you guys definitely had like 10, bro. Easy.
All right. Yeah. Hot Cocoa, did you have anything to say about the first round?
I got one word. It's gonna piss some people off. Ready?
Yeah.
Actually, no, it's 2 words. Fuck Virginia.
Which Virginia? The loyal Virginia or the disloyal Virginia?
The disloyal Virginia. And
Ooh.
fuck the dumbasses that came out of that state.
Wow.
Some of us may currently live in that state.
Nah, you live in like the good part of Virginia, bro. It's okay.
Wait. Where does the good part of Virginia start and the bad part of Virginia end?
So everything like south of Washington is bad.
I do kind of live in that part.
You live in the Washington part, bro. You live in the Washington
I
part.
live technically south of that.
Okay,
my area,
you know
my
what I
area
mean.
was CSA.
There's a general radius around Washington. That's good. That's like chill, you know. So easy.
All right. With that being said, Confederates, what was your guys' game plan going in the first round, and how was your reaction to the ever-changing battlefield?
Well, I think the first time we decided to give it the good old college try of bayonets and go for the stone stairwell. Unfortunately, that didn't work out very well. And then I think pretty much every single attempt after that, we tried a new maneuver. We went on the left, then we went on the right, then we tried feinting, baiting, timing charges with artillery. All we knew is that if we could get one charge to stick, we'd win it, and we did.
Well, it seemed
We
at the
did.
end the only thing that worked was Krogan and going.
Correct.
Do you think you should have just tried that from the beginning?
Charging and going constantly. I think that's what was kind of causing us to lose by a good margin.
So, from my experience, towards the end of the game, right, it was myself and one other lad in Maryland who managed to finally take the stairs, and I killed 7 men with my Lamat.
God bless First
Hell
Man.
yeah!
In that moment.
Okay,
I hope that's captured because I legit, me and one other lad, stormed
saw you
those
last two.
goddamn points, and we killed.
Wait, Sevi, what
Every
regiments are
man.
you killing?
He killed the 1st Virginia.
I wonder who.
Killed every man on that staircase, and I called their office chat. I was like, "We have the stairs. We
Ain't
have."
no way, bro. Ain't
No,
no fucking
no offense,
way,
though.
bro.
Killing the 1st Virginia is
Like fucking a school of goddamn
listen,
mentally disabled children, dude.
You gotta remember, from my
Jesus
perspective,
Christ.
though, we stormed up there and I leveled my Lamat at each of their fucking heads, and I pulled the trigger.
Oh God.
I did catch the tail end of that rampage.
And then
That's
of course, listen, I shouted an officer shout. I was like, "Gentlemen, we have the stairs. I need reinforcements immediately." And there thrust forth Sussy Brigade. It was so glorious watching as the 5th Infantry, 5th Florida, and they just came on through. And from there, we charged forward.
That just sounds amazing.
Question to Zapster. I know that we had sound clips of you. Did that at least affect your men at all?
Oh, it was fucking with me a lot. I don't know about my men, but it was fucking with me a lot.
I told Shaken to do that a shit ton in me.
I'm listening in melees and I hear my fucking own voice. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" You know, just twitching out a little bit. And I'm like,
the 20th New York PsyOps unit achieved success yet again.
Hey, should I
need a recording of you saying retreat, and then we'll be set.
"Wow, you never
Should I play it in the Discord call here for everyone, so all the viewers
Listen,
can hear the sound clip?
I just want it to be known, like, if you lads can find one sound clip of me telling the lads to retreat, I will pay you $100. You will not
now's
find
the hunt
it.
down for it.
I should just record you saying retreat. So
that doesn't count. That doesn't count.
Oh my God, we're gonna be able to mingle that.
Dude,
you know that suck that cock pile.
The viewers gotta hear Zapstar's recording that we have, so I'll play it for everyone.
Maryland doesn't.
Play
We die standing.
Once
more, the 20th New York has proven its superiority in the field, and it was an honor to fight by your side. Thank you.
Yeah,
he goes on to say we're the best regiment of all time.
You betrayed the old guard.
Coco's the most fantastic.
It was
ever.
the old guard.
You know, he goes on.
Coco,
you betrayed the trust of the old guard.
That sounds doctored.
I betrayed trust. What do you?
That sounds doctored.
I said that as part of the old guard.
It was a deep fake.
Yeah, and it was fantastic.
It's a deep fake.
Deep fake voice.
Dude, we love the old guard. Old guard needs to come back on Mondays, bro. We miss you guys.
We miss you too, honestly. At least I do.
Mondays were a blast, bro. Now fucking like 9th Corps and CSA 2 Corps are out here bailing every other weekend, bro.
Question for why do you change it to Redoubt? I mean, it's a better map, I think, for Union than Schoolhouse, but
I'm pretty sure you could have just restarted.
Schoolhouse was broken.
You could have just restarted.
It had the wrong regiments.
Oh, really?
No,
It had-
a restart wouldn't have fixed
It had 1st Texas and Hampton Legion as the regiments that it wanted to spawn in as, and that's definitely not the right one.
For the Union, it had 14th Brooklyn at 6, and you couldn't spawn in.
Yeah, so that's why.
I'm pretty sure a restart would have worked. Have you ever tried to restart before?
No,
we didn't, but we just wanted to play it out. We wanted to get the lads going.
Fair enough.
No,
is that right too? I think that's right.
Yeah, I mean it was our map choice anyway, so I mean I didn't think.
Yeah, so we switched to one that was easier for the Union anyway.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Well, unless they have anything else, right, Eagle?
Yeah. So speaking of the second round, Boulevard Heights readout. Question of the Union: what was your original strategy, and how did you react to the ever-changing battlefield?
Well, considering that was a last-minute pick, we didn't have necessarily a truly original strategy, so it was completely reaction. When we saw that they were all moving to the right, I pretty much yelled at everyone to switch to the right.
Except the 1st Virginia.
Well, I did yell at them to switch to the right, and they said, "Yes, we're coming," and then they did not come. And when you guys, I then said we need to shift farther to the right because you guys had shifted farther to the right, and 20th and to some degree IBB shifted that way, and the Virginia regiments did not.
So actually, the first VA did eventually come around. They ran all the way around the mound behind the CSA, volleyed, and then they all like kind of charged and all died.
Not really. This
Way they charge? Ain't no way they
Yeah,
charge.
okay,
Ain't
y'all
no
should- it looks
way.
like
I remember one or two
Hold
guys
on,
charging. Am
hold
I
on.
wrong with
I have
that?
a question.
Am I
Did
wrong
y'all-
with that, Sevy?
Did y'all get a clip of those idiots walking away from the melee on point at the end? Like double clicking, regimental shifting in line, away from the melee to spawn.
Yeah. But yeah, no. On ironic though, on the first like 5 minutes of that CJ, the first Virginia went all the way around, fired a shot, and then like stood still.
One of the worst moments of that was when you guys had taken point, right? Timer's counting down. I'm yelling in the officer chat of, coordinating when we're all going in. So I'm saying, everyone go in at this exact time. Yeah, and that's 45 seconds or so in the future. As we're going in, because we get plenty of time to get your reloads, bayonets, form up at main, and everyone was there. Are we going in? Like, yeah. I literally said we're going in at that, at this time, and when that time hit, I said we're going in now, and they just didn't go in.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Looks like the coordination of the Union was very lacking.
Yes, even though they're like IVB and 20th coordinated fairly well, you can't talk to a brick wall sometimes.
Yes, and
You out there more, bro. Your officers gotta talk more, bro. It happens way too much.
Dude. Yeah, and well, what I did see was that again. I'm surprised you guys didn't even know about it. When the first VA charged, you actually had them not only encircled but also like outnumbered by a good margin. If on that point when the first VA charged and you guys charged, like you would have had an easy time rolling them. But if you just coordinated, you would have had it. But like you didn't coordinate, so you didn't even know they were there.
No, first VA never coordinated that they were charging.
Yeah, that's lame.
It's quite
talking is sometimes more important. Oftentimes there's not enough action and too much talking, but there also needs to be some talking.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'd much rather have a good conversation and lose by a lot than win and just not talk at all.
Be silent.
Yeah, no, it's not fun. I've been in Steam calls a couple times. It's a thing of beauty. Coco, any thoughts of the first round? And then we'll go to the CSA and their thoughts for the second round?
You mean second round?
Yeah, second round. Did I say first?
You said first.
I see.
I think my one thing is Zap's a pussy for not 1v1ing
Oh,
me.
come on!
I don't know if y'all clipped that or not, but I challenged this motherfucker on the battlefield to a sword duel, and he shoots me with his pistol like an absolute puss.
I didn't hear that before I pulled the trigger.
That's a lie. I said like 5 times.
My lads were firing non-stop.
Sure. That's what they all say.
First Malin doesn't. If they're not reloading, then they're firing.
I will respect the opinion of Zapstar over you, Coco. I think
shit!
Let him
From
know.
his own regiment.
Yeah, firing at anything that moved.
CJ, ain't no fucking way, bro.
That too, CJ.
About to remove the 20th New York tags from CJ. He about to be gone.
Yeah, get his ass out of here.
CJ's taking over. I'm pretty sure that was the
CJ coup? Fucking Myanmar military coup over here, bro.
We'll
Coco, if you need old guard support for that coup, we'll
dude, I desperately need. We must reclaim the throne.
As long as you withdraw your accusations against my honor.
King CJ the third, fucking fat ass bitch.
Whoa! Listen, old guard will support you, Coco, provided you withdraw your accusations against my honor.
I withdraw all my
one
accusations.
civilian factory.
Yeah, and one civilian.
I'm actually making a historical reference to the fatty who was on the throne after Napoleon.
I love you.
Oh, I thought you were making fun.
No, I was
girlfriend.
Oh
no!
No, that's not on me, bro. That's not on me. That's on someone else, dude.
That's
Ain't no way.
Destruction of fucking second corps right there, lad.
Ain't no way. Where's the gift? Where's the meme? Where's the meme? CJ,
yeah, where's the thing I made?
Where's the fucking Archduke meme, bro?
I made that one.
I know. Yeah, where is
Oh,
this?
the other one.
I don't know, probably on PM somewhere. Do you want to spend half an hour looking for it?
I just want to say it's not my fault. It's not my fault.
All right.
A certain sea creature. A certain sea creature.
a certain white one. A certain thing that maybe
Oh,
one of them was named
no.
Moby Dick last time I checked.
Well, that was the man who killed them.
I thought that was the whale. I thought his name was like
No,
Weevil.
no.
Bro,
No,
Bus is
the
about to
whale
make
is Moby Dick.
dude.
Yeah,
Bus
but-
is about
yeah.
to make me fucking cry, bro.
Oh, he's right. He's right.
What did Bus do?
Bus just posted something in meme, dude. He's about to make me cry.
What did he post? What did he post?
No, let's not.
He put it in
Oh.
Delaware memes. He's really about to make me cry.
See, now I gotta scroll
Is
down.
it
I put like
something? Is it something about like
No,
the
it's
good old days?
no, it's very fucking.
Oh,
It's not based.
I see.
First-
I see. Well, we'll transition off of this to not deep in that. But Confederacy, what was your strategy going in second round? How did you react to the ever-changing battlefield?
Zapstar, you wanna take lead on this one? I know you were there.
Second map?
Yeah.
Second
Yeah,
map,
second
we
map.
died valiantly, we charged, we slaughtered the enemy.
Yeah.
That's what I remember.
We gave them the bayonet.
Who remembers a more detailed strategy than that?
Right. Well, I mean, I was kind of here trying to commentate with you guys while playing on the ground at the same time and meleeing people, but we always, we push up that left side deep on the left. We typically like to zerg together. That's what Sussy always does. And if they can somehow manage to hold our charge on that mound, then we'll do it again until we break them.
Did
Yeah.
did the first
We-
VA volley? I think it was first VA volley at the beginning. While you were charging
may have
over,
killed, like-
kill anyone.
It may have killed like 2 people.
Okay,
Right.
I didn't think it killed many people, but
It got
I was
like one
confused.
Florida
I was
guy.
confused why they were doing it.
And I do remember that we pushed forward, we took a foothold right against your trench line, right up against it. I ordered Maryland over the top to try and just cut off whatever lads you might have right against our line. And a lot of them died. And I'm sure that looked like a bad call, but that allowed reinforcements to very quickly funnel in because I believe that Zoo held his lads right at that trench line, if I remember correctly. And I could be wrong, Zoo. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Florida gave no ground.
Exactly. They held that goddamn position. And then Maryland, 5th NC, we funneled right up again, reinforced that foothold we had, and we held it the entire goddamn round.
Today is the day that the Confederates surrendered in 1865.
Oh, it
I didn't know
is.
that. I didn't
It's
know
April.
that.
It's April 9th, yeah. So this is kind of like the exact opposite of what
Hey.
I
happened.
thought you were about to say April Fools.
What?
Hey, it would have made sense.
That
but
was the
I
It's a
first.
bit late.
Yeah.
Are you tired?
Happy
Maybe.
fucking losing day, you goddamn sussy bitches.
Yeah, well, happy
bozo.
also winning day
Oh.
for the fucking event. I
Yeah,
guess.
4-0, mate. You want to fucking high five me in that?
We need 4-0. We need 4-0, bruh.
Weekend.
This happened last weekend. too.
Didn't
I remember
20th
Oh, I'm
New
just
York,
calling it out. I'm predicting tomorrow.
didn't 20th New York get banned after
Dude,
the game?
hey, I am not leading tomorrow. I will be leading on fucking Monday, bro. You come at me on Monday, I'll
Why
kick
would
your
you
shit in,
lead
bro.
on
If I
Monday?
join you on Monday, I'm going to be on
Dude,
your
I
side,
won't be
Coco.
here tomorrow, bro.
That's
He
so
has a
unfortunate.
job being a
Monday-
pub bartender. Or wait,
Nah, it's
wait,
my
a pub
dude.
He's a
my
public bartender, dude.
my
How can you
father's
even like, stand the
birthday
pub he's selling?
tomorrow.
Coco, you're old enough to handle alcohol.
Yeah.
Coco, are you
No?
actually a bartender for the?
No, I'm not a bartender.
Because listen, I'll order
I think he's
drinks
a
for you
waiter.
all day.
I
You're
work
a
at an
fucking
Irish.
great
I work
man.
at an Irish pub though.
That's
What
fantastic.
do you do there?
Where I host and I fucking do random ass shit, bro. It's stupid.
Listen, I would tip this man high dollar.
Oh, I get mad tips there, dude.
I
You know,
bet
all,
you
all I
do.
do, old ladies, dude, mad
Oh
tips.
yeah.
So good. Just swine and dine them or whatever, bro. Swindle.
That's it, mate. That's
It's
it.
wine and dine.
Wine. No, but like, what's the?
Swine.
No,
Swine
I
and dine.
swindle and swoon them, bro.
God
You
damn.
mean swoon them?
I swoon them.
Swoon the old ladies.
Swoon and
Oh,
dine. That's it.
How y'all doing, young ladies? Just want a page out of Saul
anything,
Goodman's book.
anything to make a quick buck. All right, easy.
Hello, ladies. Let me tell you about Buckenmore.
Hey, no way. No way. No
Hey, I didn't know if you
way.
guys ever knew about this, but I lead a regiment called the 20th New York.
Yeah, that gets all the ladies, dude.
Nah, Buckenmore hits the ladies just as hard as it hits the lads up in the field.
It suppresses them 4 times as much as normal. Works. It's a lot.
Jeez. So yeah.
Some people-
So tonight we had Sevi and CMurphy being our announcer / frontline reporter. CMurphy was both. Sevi was announcer. If you guys have any questions, we'll start with Sevi and then do CMurphy for you guys. So, Sevi?
Kind of forgot that I had questions. So, but I did actually write these down. So look at that. So for this one, for the CSA, this kind of applies to both rounds. So obviously, I think that the CSA were able to hold together a lot more coordination-wise. Why do you think that is? That you guys like not just that you guys were better than the Union, but why you guys were so good, even in a normal event. Like the amount of coordination you guys had was just really good. Why do you think that is?
Who wants to go first on that one?
I mean, we work together very often. I think
Yeah.
me and Murphy in 5th NC in Florida have worked together for the past year at least. First Maryland, I mean, I've gotten to know for the past month or two. So, I mean, it's just we go hand in hand like fucking chocolate and peanut butter. Saucy Brigade does.
It's been about probably what, 4 months now? And we know what to expect from each other, right? These lads know my personality. They know exactly when Maryland's about to fucking do something retarded. They know when we're about to fucking go over the top and charge enemy bayonet first. And they just so happen to support us. And listen, constantly, we're always listening to each other in officers chat. Like, listen, if I call out contacts on the left and I give advice, I give advisements of where they are relative to a friendly unit, they move in. Just like if Zoo were to call out contacts on my right, I know then to expect enemy in that direction. I make an assessment and I call for reinforcements. We're constantly working together in that regard.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. So you think that it's just that you guys know each other well enough to work together well?
Yeah,
I think that's fair. What do you think?
Yeah, we know each other really well, and like Zapstar said, we know how we play. We're all pretty confident in our ability to make calls, and we fully commit to it together, and that's what matters, right? At the end of the day, so it goes well. It goes really well. Most
to
of the
be
time.
Be a bit self-depreciating. These lads know when I'm about to make some really stupid fucking call, and they know to flood in behind me to support me.
That's right. We'll fully commit.
Because I'll make my fair share, and I'm sure there've been plenty recorded.
If we're gonna do something
works well enough.
stupid, we're gonna do something stupid together.
And
Hell
it
yeah.
works in some fucking magic. It fucking works.
Right on. Well then, yeah, on the 20th New York, then on you guys' front, you guys got shit faced like that whole game, like completely curb stomped.
I would say downtown we actually held our own for most of it. But...
okay, well, I guess you can say that, but still, even then, like with how small that map is, if at any point the rebels, like the moment you guys were to hit final push, that's 2 minutes. In 2 minutes, they could have hit you from engaged to last stand. You know.
Correct.
Yeah. So what do you guys think you guys could have done? Like, is there any way you guys think that you could have won, given like starting at the beginning of the game right then, either round, or do you think it was just screwed from the beginning due to the coordination that was never going to happen?
So, I think downtown we could have won. As I said, it really was that final charge that finally succeeded, and that necessarily did not need to succeed. 20th got hit pretty hard on that right, but we pretty much wiped them. But we just, I was dead, and effectively, there were so few of us left that the left side charge, which, as Zapstar said, he killed the entire regiment pretty much single-handedly. At that point, they had taken a foothold.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
And if you hadn't killed an entire regiment single-handedly, and one person manages to shoot or stab you, which is not beyond the realm of possibility, especially if they're not crouching like idiots the whole time.
Yeah, kneeling, guys. We need to die in skirmishing. You don't understand. We need to die.
In my defense, I did have one man behind me who could have
the 135 skirmishing deaths on a map where you should have like 60 skirmishing deaths was, I think, one of the main parts. And that's something beyond coordination. That's I had my men pretty much all die standing. My men do not kneel. I explicitly forbid my men from kneeling in pretty much all circumstances.
Mm-hmm. Even behind a stone wall, I would still disagree with kneeling.
And exactly. To the defense of 20, if you don't mind, that first charge we made, in fact, I'd argue the second charge as well on the left side, they were there. They were waiting for us, and they took out a huge portion of the Confederate line.
Yes, I mean, when you charged on the second map, up and over and got slaughtered, there was just the 20th holding. We had pretty much, there was just like 10 guys. There was 10 of us against more of you. But
I must talk about the first map. I remember the streets.
Yes.
The streets.
On both maps, the 20th held the charge.
It was also true though that on all the unit groups that were holding there, like half the shots were used on the first 5 people.
And that was actually
Very
something
true.
I yelled explicitly. By the end of it, they were not doing that. The
Yeah, that
first
is
couple,
true.
yeah. So because I actually explicitly saw that and called my men out, and they actually by the end of it were staggering their shots.
Well,
The-
We had, a- we
can't
had a
say
lot
that
of
for every group
we had,
though.
we had a lot of privates and recruits for us. So that's something I worked with during the game, and they actually got better.
And there was a point in that second map, or rather first map, where like I was trying to draw out the shots before we charged, and they didn't actually fire. Now, whether or not that's because they weren't there at all, or that they were holding the shots, I can't say. But I had Maryland standing out in the open, taking shots at the enemy and not receiving return fire prior to one of our charges. So perhaps the reserve shots did work out in your favor.
If it was on the road, my men, I just told them, do not push out on the road, do not fire. Wait.
It was on the road, yes.
Yeah, I restrained my men.
Excellent work.
And second round, same thing. Like, do you guys think you could have won that at all?
Given the issues with coordinating, well, the Virginia regiments, unlikely. It's a case of if we had more support on that right side. As said, they've gotten pretty chewed up when they tried to go up and over the berms. By that point, 20th is down to probably six people because we've been chewed up, and I'm calling for reinforcements pretty hard. Like, hey, shift right to get to me. If we get reinforcements out there, potentially we can wipe out the handful of guys left over there. Clear their flags out, and at that point, they don't have flags down. They can't get them up for another 10-15 minutes. Then it becomes winnable. Just due to the time differential of the map and how at that point CSA has to do charges without flags.
That is true. Well, those are my questions.
All right. Thank you, Sevi. CMurphy, did you have any questions to ask?
I mean, I pretty much know how it went down. I have confidence in all the groups here. 20th, obviously my boys. If I had any questions, it would be for whoever was not coordinating. Probably first VA. Why were they not on the right? Because obviously our whole team was pushing up the Union right. I'm surprised that the whole Union team wasn't waiting for us.
Yeah, it was a thing of I had coordinated very early on of the entire enemy. IVB, everyone. There's I see 3 to 4 flags on this right side. Like they're all here. Like shift
Right.
over. And I think
Yeah.
they got distracted. I think guys did have some skirmishing forces on the far, like the other side. So your right, I guess, our left.
Yeah.
And that pulled like an entire regiment off when it really shouldn't have.
Right. Yeah. But no, not really any questions. I think the 20th did well, and most of the Union, tried their best. So, GG's.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Does anyone else have anything before we call it off for the night? Thank you, Sevi. I love you. All right.
Venus.
So with that being said, thank you all for watching. Everyone who is in this voice call, their socials will be in the description if you want to check out whatever they put there.
Add me on Insta, bro.
All the regiments that participate, their Discords will also be in the description if you want to join any of them. Please do that. The more people we have in the community, bigger events, they're fun. Believe me, I've been doing this for 2 years. I'm assuming a lot of people in this VC have been doing it for a while too. So yeah, please like, comment, share, subscribe for more. Hope you enjoyed, and have a good night, day, wherever you're at.
Godspeed, lads.
All right. Hello, everyone. We got a post-game interview.
Venus.
God damn it.